Hola amigos y amigas, muy buenas tardes. Aquí su amigo Dani191919. Les traigo el capítulo número 3. El capítulo número 3, por supuesto, de este Let's Play de Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Aquí vamos a protagonizar a un nuevo personaje que vamos a conocer ahorita mismo, que luego de lo que pasó en el anterior capítulo, que es el 2, por supuesto, donde Solid Snake se infiltró exitosamente en las bodegas inferiores del buque para poder tener la evidencia fotográfica del nuevo prototipo Metal Gear llamado Metal Gear Raiden. Y bueno, una vez tomaran las mejores fotos, por supuesto, para entregárselas a Otacon y así publicarlas a la vista al público y lo demás. Pero eso sí, amigos y amigas, luego de eso es ahí donde las cosas se pusieron más peores que nunca, porque Revolver Ocelot se infiltró sin problemas junto con su grupo de hombres, liderados también por Gorlokovich y sus soldados rusos. Pero una vez que iban a tomar el prototipo, es ahí donde Ocelot hizo su giro, más bien su traición hacia los suyos. Es ahí donde se revela el motivo de que él quiere de alguna manera volver a tener el Metal Gear en sus manos. Y bueno, se revela sobre ciertas cosas que aún no sabemos quiénes son y qué es lo demás, pero lo que sí es que Ocelot traicionó a su amigo y a los demás. Y bueno, y ahí activó las bombas para poder inundar el buque, y la verdad fue una enorme, impactante revelación. Eso sí, Solid Snake trató de detenerlo, pero inesperadamente el brazo de Ocelot, el derecho, fue manipulado por Liquid Snake. Pensábamos que estaba muerto, pero en realidad Ocelot se trasplantó el brazo de Liquid a su cuerpo, lo cual nos da a entender que ahora ambas mentes están luchando por el cuerpo de Ocelot y quieren tenerlo para saber cómo gobernar este mundo y todo lo demás. Pero eso sí, qué sorpresa inesperada. Y bueno, el Metal Gear Ray ya salió a la vista y por supuesto ya desapareció de la nada, y Snake desapareció también. Aún no sabemos qué es lo que va a pasar en este nuevo capítulo, pero estoy seguro que aquí es donde pasarán 2 años después de lo que pasó en el incidente del buque. Ahora es el turno del comienzo de un nuevo escenario y de un nuevo personaje, amigos y amigas. Así que prepárense y quiero que les dejen sus comentarios qué les va a parecer el capítulo. Dejen su like o dislike, compártelo con sus amigos y sus amigas y suscríbanse a mi canal para más contenido. Los científicos han llevado a cabo miles de cálculos para traer la bomba atómica y determinar sus consecuencias. Los ordenadores de las bombas atómicas son productos de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, productos que nacieron al mismo tiempo.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Building teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Ok, será interesante.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes
Sure.
ETA. Now for your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the president. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on of the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Y así entramos.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
Así será. Codec.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
El Coronel
How are
Campbell.
things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Sí.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
Snake.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated
Raiden.
Raiden.
Aquí se
All
presenta
right,
Raiden.
You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part.
Sí.
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep.
Ok.
When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Ok.
Sounds good.
No está mal.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research.
¿En serio?
The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
Por el suyo, o sea, el traje de
The hatch
huesos.
with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Muy bien, y así empezamos. Y es aquí donde conocemos al personaje de Raiden. No se abre. Es muy diferente a Snake, por supuesto. Y claro que estaba usando el código, el nombre clave Snake, por supuesto, anteriormente. Me pregunto por qué, pero quería parecerse un poco a Snake Raiden. Pero el nombre de Raiden le queda mucho mejor. Tremendas cucarachas. ¿Qué diablos? Alguien golpeó a un soldado. Ok, hay que tener cuidado. Sí, eso será un problema. Tenemos que evitarlo.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
Ya veo.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Claro. Entonces los rusos son mercenarios. Y los terroristas no sabemos quiénes son en realidad. Tendremos que averiguarlo más adelante. Mientras tanto, tenemos que llegar hasta la superficie. ¿Qué diablos? ¿Será? ¿Será posible? No. A ver qué está pasando.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
Exacto.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator, a node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd, node.
Oh,
Claro.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
Exacto.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
Una zona.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node.
Ok.
The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Muy bien. Tenemos que apurarnos desde que los centinelas recobren el sentido. ¿Y ahora?
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
¿Por qué no?
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Cierto.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Muy bien. Entonces tendré que buscar mis propias armas. Ok. Ingresemos. Inesperado. Oh, interesante. Puedo colocar mi código de nombre. También puedo colocar mi fecha de cumpleaños. Debe estar un poco más abajo. Ahí está. Un minuto, chicos. Muy bien. Aquí vamos. Ya está todo colocado, así que sigamos. Muy bien. Todo está correctamente bien.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now.
Pues veamos.
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel.
Cierto.
The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Cierto.
Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
Sí.
The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Analista.
Jack, is everything all right?
¿Quién
What are you
diablos?
doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
No es Meiling.
Rose, you're not supposed to be
Rose.
involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Jackie
Colonel,
Rose.
what the hell is going on?
Referencia al
Raiden,
Titanic.
meet the mission
Referencia al
analyst.
Titanic.
She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
¿En serio?
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose,
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission.
Ok.
And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96.
Muy bien, así guardo mi partida.
I just switched frequencies. Jack,
what?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th.
30 de
Is
abril.
there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Bueno, así será. Oh, se van a despertar. Tengo que ponerme.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Sí, eso sí, coronel.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter. Stay on the lookout.
Bueno, esto para nada va a terminar. Esto no tardará demasiado. Solo hay que esperar al momento cuando nos vayamos. Llegó el ascensor. Tengo que aprovechar. Adiós. Ok, aquí vamos con esta épica cinemática. Y muy memorable y muy polémica.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
¿Qué? No.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Se refiere al buque.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Eso es mentira. Yo no creo que haya muerto en ese buque.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all.
Cierto.
Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
Por TV.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
Sí, claro.
First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Muy bien. Necesito una M9. ¿Y ahora?
Raiden, look at that wire fence. You may be able to crawl through it.
Sí, ya sé esa técnica. ¿Y ahora?
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Ok, veamos qué hay aquí.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
Parece ser que uno va arriba y el otro se queda aquí. Ahí está el nodo.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Ok. Muy bien.
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult. When you take a hostile down, Hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around.
Ok.
You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up to the body, and with all weapons deselected, press the weapon button to pick it up. As long as you have the weapon button held down, you can move around with the body in your grasp. Release the weapon button to let go of the body.
Ok, entiendo. Pero primero voy a activar el nodo. Socón. Tengo que arrastrar el cuerpo para que no sea revelado por cualquier guardia de aquí. Hurt Locker. Siempre Kojima y sus Kojimas.
According to the SEAL Team 10's communications, the president was sighted on Strut B. Raiden, head for Strut B. It's to the northwest of Strut A, your current location. There's a door on the northwest end of this floor. You can get onto the connecting bridge between Struts A and B through there. Cross the A-B connecting bridge to Strut B.
Okay.
Colonel, do you think the terrorist ringleader is really Solid Snake?
Yes, I do.
But during the Shadow Moses incident, Snake was
a hero?
Yeah.
Certainly. You went through VR training, but it is not as if the simulation is faithful to every fact. It changes people.
Nah.
You too, Colonel?
Raiden, focus on the task at hand. Solid Snake is the terrorist kingpin. He is an opponent you can't underestimate. Understood?
En serio, yo no creo que sea un terrorista Solid Snake ahora.
That tanker accident that happened over there 2 years ago, the tanker sank and...
I know. I went through it in VR training. The tanker didn't sink because of Snake, though.
Raiden, VR training does not exactly simulate everything with absolute fidelity.
What do you mean?
Okay, listen. Here are the facts.
Okay.
Known terrorist Solid Snake sank that tanker loaded with crude oil. The end result being severe environmental pollution in Manhattan Bay. Put any misperceptions of Snake as some kind of hero behind you. He is a terrorist, and that's that.
Eso es mentira. El que verdaderamente hundió el buque, o mejor dicho, tanque, es el mismísimo revólver Ocelot, pero ellos no saben la verdad.
Jack, I did a search on the Big Shell. The tanker accident 2 years ago spilled a catastrophic amount of crude oil into the bay. The Big Shell is an offshore decontamination facility built to restore the Manhattan Bay environment by trapping and disposing the spilled oil. Around the perimeter of the Big Shell, oil fences were erected in order to protect against any further dispersal of the oil. You see those steeples erected here and there in the fence? Those are piles to draw up the polluted seawater. Gathered seawater is carried to the pump room in Strut A first, and all of the larger garbage is collected in sediment pool number 1 of Strut D. This is followed by a 2-step purification process in the Shell 2 core water reserve, in which oil is removed by microbes. Then it is sent to Strut L and sterilized, and finally once again carried to the surface piles and flushed back into the bay.
Did the military database include information on the marine filtration facility's structure as well?
No, I didn't use the database.
Huh?
I used a brochure.
Sí, claro, en serio. Vamos primero a al puente conexión FA. Ahí debo conseguir un arma que necesito para avanzar. Ah, eso no es bueno. Eso es una especie de dron.
Raiden, watch your back. That's a cipher, a type of UAV. If it spots you, it will alert enemy personnel. Exercise extreme caution. But you can use chaff to set up an interference field. That'll knock its sensors offline for a while. Try to locate some chaff.
Okay.
You can also destroy the engine or the camera. Some of the UAVs may be armed. Be careful.
Copy that.
Muy bien.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that...
¿Qué está pasando?
Alpha Zero, respond.
Algo les debió haber atacado.
All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
Sí, ya lo sé. Pero primero voy por mi arma. Y si el coronel dijo bien claro, hay que buscar granadas. Chao. Esas granadas me servirán mucho para esto. Strut F. El almacén. Claro.
Nothing here.
Ya lo tengo. M9. Granadas stun. Creo que necesitaré una tarjeta para abrir las puertas de diferentes niveles. Por el momento tendré que dejarlo para mientras, o sea, más adelante. Muy bien. Regresamos al soporte A y vamos al puente de conexión a B. Hay dos. Están vigilando los dos lados del puente. Claro.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Colgarse.
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Muy bien. Probemos la maniobra entonces. Eso sí, cada paso que doy con el aguante se va bajando. Solo requiere de la fuerza. Ouch.
Freeze!
Parece ser que no lo tiré. Pero no importa. Así se duerme tranquilamente. Mientras voy al soporte B. Cámara de transformación. ¿Qué demonios? Esto es un baño de sangre. Alguien debió haberlos matado. Al equipo SEAL. Un montón de cadáveres. Totalmente sin vida y destruidos. Hay que tener cuidado. ¿Dónde está el presidente? Son más de ellos, de los SEAL. ¿Qué estarán apuntando? Es muy rápido. Acabó con ellos en un segundo. Entró en pánico. Tiene que entrar Raiden. ¿Qué diablos? ¿Quién es este? ¿Es un vampiro? Y ni siquiera le hizo un daño a esa cosa. Totalmente desandrado. Y el toque final. Diablos. Bueno, creo que este parece que tiene una especie de obsesión con la sangre. En mi opinión, es bastante aterrador. Bueno, mató a los últimos. Y Raiden es el único que queda. Pero ¿dónde está el presidente? Mencionaron que el presidente está aquí en el soporte B. Pero tengo el presentimiento de que este hombre o lo que sea sabe dónde está. Ten cuidado, Raiden. Es rápido. Ay, mamá. ¿Le está chupando el cuello? Definitivamente sí. ¡Qué locura! Ya me vio.
What are you?
Sí, ¿qué demonios eres?
5 today.
5.
Or rather 6.
Bam. Se llama Bam, entonces. Ah. Mierda. Muy rápido y ahora actuará contra Raiden.
Get down.
Gracias por la asistencia. Ok, parece ser que se escondió nuevamente. Debe tener cuidado ese soldado.
Where is he?
Buena pregunta. ¿Dónde está? Ah, mierda. Diablos. Rápido, Raiden. Debe dispararle para salvarlo. ¿O no?
Strange smell. You smell like...
¿Qué?
Are you?
It has to be. Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Diablos.
Vamp,
Yeah, Queen?
are you
Reina.
all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
Se escapó. Bueno, parece ser que lo volveremos a ver más adelante. No hay duda.
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down.
Sí, es cierto, no es un enemigo. Pero eso sí, está perdiendo sangre.
My name is Pliskin.
Pliskin.
Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant junior grade.
Ok. Iroquois Pliskin. No está mal.
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
¿Seguro? Porque yo no creo.
Have I seen you before?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
Sí.
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded.
¿Qué? Desmantelaron.
Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
Buena pregunta. ¿De dónde proviene Raiden?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking mission 60, weapons 80.
Misiones de realidad virtual.
advanced,
VR, huh?
but realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
Sí. Es una locura, pero cierto.
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Posiblemente.
Raiden, what's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
Sí.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that.
Eso es cierto.
What's up?
Take a look.
¿Qué pasa? Ouch. Eso es horrible.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
Un capitán de la marina. ¿Qué diablos? Algo le pasa a Pliskin.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
What was that man just now?
Exacto, ¿quién era?
That blood-sucking freak. That was Vamp.
Vamp.
He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after U.S. allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
¿En serio?
But he's a legend.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Sí, claro.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
Si fuera cierto, ya lo sabríamos.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Sí, exacto.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down.
Pues sí.
You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here?
Buena pregunta.
Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
Verá sus puros.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy.
Seguramente.
Take this too.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The President is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
Tiene que hacerlo. Es el único que queda. Ya no. Hay problemas allá.
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes.
Tiene razón.
Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Muy bien. Así será.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Hey.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Bueno, te vemos pronto, Bliskin. Oh, quién sabe quién eres en realidad, pero yo sé quién eres. Pero no les diré. Ok. Ahí está el nodo. Tengo una nueva arma, el Socom. Está durmiendo. Puedo llamarlo.
He's asleep?
Sí. Tremenda la masacre que dio el PAM. Sin duda alguna es bastante impactante. ¿Quién me llama? Ah.
Jack, it's me.
Rose.
Everything okay, Rose?
Don't you need to save the mission data?
Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
Otra vez.
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Muy bien, gracias Rose. Espero que encuentres la información necesaria. Voy a hablar con el coronel.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 has engaged someone on the BC connecting bridge. The president is most likely there as well. The BC connecting bridge is on the north side of Strut B. The president is in danger. Go now.
Colonel, who are Dead Sal?
They are pretty much what that guy Pliskin described them as.
Cierto.
A special forces unit? The brainchild of the former president?
Chances are someday we'll find ourselves in a gunfight with them.
The thought leaves me uneasy.
You have experience combating Foxhound during VR training, right? You'll be fine. Don't be apprehensive.
Jack, don't run unnecessary risks, okay?
Yeah, I don't want to, but...
I know. Is there anything I can do?
Sí.
Yeah. Could you check for any data on them for me?
Okay, I'll do it. Good luck.
Someone mentioned the name Vamp. Do you have any info on him?
Wait a moment, I'll look.
I see you've acquired a gun.
Pliskin gave it to me.
Don't trust that man. But the gun itself seems all right. However, it's not equipped with a suppressor. If you fire it, the noise will be loud enough to alert any enemy personnel within hearing distance to your presence. Infiltration is the art of making your presence invisible. Try not to end up in a situation where you need to rely on firepower. Combat must be avoided unless absolutely necessary.
Bueno, así será.
Raiden, don't dwell on what Pliskin said. The VR training you underwent is the best training program there is.
Sí,
There
claro.
is no reason to be apprehensive. Be confident. Do you understand?
Si es cierto o no.
Strut B is a generator facility that generates electricity for the big shell. The first floor is its substation.
Ok, creo que no hay más información aquí, así que continuemos. Oh. Parece ser que alguien está disparando. Creo que son los SEALs. Ellos están disparando a alguien. Y yo creo que veo a alguien ahí. Ahí está el presidente. El actual presidente que tienen. Pero esta mujer, ¿quién es? Vaya. ¿Quién será? ¿Qué carajos? ¿No le da?
What the hell is that?
Come, put me out of my misery.
Definitivamente no lo van a acabar.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her. Is she the one they call Fortune?
Fortune. Ella es la líder de este grupo. Y ahí estaban, por supuesto. Se van a llevar al presidente adentro. Esto será un problema.
Queen.
Don't let them take the president!
Van con todo. No van a permitirlo.
Ready grenades!
Ah. No funcionó. Está defectuosa.
A dud!
Sí. Van con todo.
Today is another bad day.
Oh, mierda. Esto no es bueno.
Is there anyone here that can give me happiness?
Corran. ¿Qué clase de arma tiene ella? Esa arma es muy letal y bastante poderosa. Realmente los hizo como si nada. Oh, parece que uno no creo que pueda sobrevivir. No creo que pueda llegar. Adiós. Bueno, desde esa altura sí puede matarlo. Ya no podremos pasar ahí. Qué lástima.
I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
Bueno, esta mujer es un misterio. ¿Por qué ninguna bala le atraviesa a ella? ¿Acaso tiene tanta suerte? Eso lo veremos muy pronto. Lástima, nuestra misión no ha podido ser exitosa por el momento. El presidente se lo ha llevado.
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The president can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm no bomb disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan.
Okay.
You should find him there.
Is this according to simulation too?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried.
Cierto.
And that vampire too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Cuestionando su
Jack,
realidad.
snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
Bueno, ¿sí será?
It's possible the terrorists will attempt to destroy the big shell in retaliation for the SEAL strike. Defuse the bombs before they make that move. Go to Strut C and locate the bomb disposal expert. Take the BC connecting bridge on the north side of Strut B to get to C.
Así será.
Colonel, do the terrorists have a Harrier?
Yes, an AV-8B Harrier II designed for the Marines. It is a V-STOL attack aircraft outfitted with a 25mm gun, air-to-air missiles, and anti-ground rockets. It's not something you want to try to take on in a SEAL helicopter.
Yeah, even more so if unprotected. Colonel, where did they get such a weapon?
I don't know.
Are they really just run-of-the-mill terrorists?
Relax, Raiden. Right now, just think about your mission at hand. Do you understand?
Bueno, si así lo dices.
Colonel, who exactly is that woman?
Her name is Fortune. She leads Dead Cell.
Hang on a moment. I'll look her up for you.
Muy bien. ¿Reskin? ¿Algún comentario?
How much longer is this guy gonna sleep?
Ni idea. Ok, creo que ya tendremos que terminar el capítulo de hoy. Bien, vamos a terminar el capítulo aquí. Rose, ¿me haces el favor?
What's up, Jack? Jack, I found some information on Vamp. He's been a member of Dead Cell since it was first founded, and like Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin said, he's a master with knives. He's originally from Romania. He's apparently no ordinary knife specialist.
What do you mean?
He can parry bullets.
Yeah, I saw him do it. How the heck?
I don't know. Also, it looks like he secluded himself from other humans on several different occasions. There is no detailed information on him, though. Be careful.
Gracias, Rose. Bueno, amigos y amigas, creo que este sería el perfecto momento para terminar el capítulo 3 de este Let's Play de Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Realmente un capítulo muy interesante y la perfecta introducción para el personaje de Raiden, aunque su nombre real es Jack, pero su nombre código es Raiden. Y por eso se ha imitado, por supuesto, un poco al legendario Solid Snake en ese entonces, pero aún así, lo que sí está claro es que esta es la primera misión de Raiden como un espía y por supuesto ser sigiloso como Snake. Pero aún así no está a la altura de Snake, por supuesto, pero es un novato. Aún así, tendremos que seguir jugando con él para averiguar más allá de este lugar. Tanto el Big Shell, el grupo terrorista Dead Cell y por supuesto, cuál es el motivo de qué es lo que quieren los terroristas con estos billones de 30 billones de dólares y, claro, cuál es el motivo de por qué secuestraron al presidente y todo lo demás. Y bueno, conocimos a uno de sus miembros y es aquí donde vamos a conocer al experto en poder desactivar las bombas C4 para evitar que el Big Shell sea explotado, por supuesto, antes de que los terroristas puedan sumergirlo hasta las profundidades del mar. Pero bueno, amigos y amigas, hasta aquí hemos llegado y les deseo una buena tarde, o que ahorita ya va a ser de noche. Pero eso sí, amigos y amigas, ha sido un gran capítulo y esperemos seguir jugando con Raiden. En fin, sin nada más decir, dejen sus comentarios, su like o dislike, compártelo con sus amigos y sus amigas y suscríbanse a mi canal para más contenido. Nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo de este Metal Gear Solid 2 con Raiden. Chao, mis amigos.